Hello, everybody. This is Christopher J. Roper and Melissa.
Hello.
So I apologize. We had a guest, Max Solomon. He's a fellow gubernatorial candidate. We tried to come on here, and it was just not. It wasn't working. It wasn't working at all. So we tried to go on Facebook and do that. It ended up being a room. So it maxed out at 5 viewers. I think, because it just has a cap. It won't let it go any farther. Something wasn't right. So we continued. We did our conversation with him. I don't know if you're able to even see it. So I do apologize for that. We've invited him back, and I'm hoping this next week, next Tuesday, the next show, he'll be able to come on. So again, I sincerely apologize. We had the guest, we had Max Solomon, but just technology just wasn't having it tonight for some reason. But again, we'll have him on next. Hopefully, he's able to next Tuesday. So I kind of start over, since we really didn't get a chance to go live. Yeah, see, this is what our lives look like. We get a lot of people coming in.
People are coming in, and
Again, if you just have come into the room and you're like, wait, hey, why are you so late, Mr. Roper? Well, we were live, so to speak. Just a quick recap. We had Max Solomon on, and he's a great dude, and I wanted to talk to him and let you guys meet him. But we had some technical difficulties here on this program that we use, StreamYard, on him getting in. So we tried a Facebook. I thought that it was a live where we could bring in a guest. It didn't work that way. It ended up being a room. So yeah, it didn't work out.
so we had a lot of technical difficulties.
Yes.
And here we are.
And we're here now. So I just wanted to get on and make sure and just kind of really go over things real quick with you guys, so you kind of know what's been happening, what's been going on. That's Melissa's job. I'll let her do that. She's really good at that. She's good at a lot of things, but she does a very fantastic job for the campaign, and I couldn't ask for a better person to do what she does for the campaign and for Illinois. Again, we had Max Solomon on, great guy, and we invited him back for next week. Hopefully, we'll have some time where both of us can get together and make sure that we make this work here. So this platform software will be able to, where he could actually get out and be heard, and you guys can see him and all that. And just show that we're two gubernatorial candidates where we're technically both against each other, but we get along just fine. And may the best person win. May God's will be done. That was the premise of tonight's show with him.
Mm-hmm.
I believe, isn't he a pastor or something? Or
yes.
was yeah. So he's a pastor as well. He's a pastor.
And an attorney.
He seems like a really great guy. I've met him.
I know he does a couple of those. He's a pretty amazing person.
Yeah, he's a nice dude.
I mean, you are too.
Well, thank you. But no, I'm not a pastor. But I am what I am. So I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. Come on, you have to laugh on that one, guys. Come on. I am humorous. I like to have fun. So anyway, we weren't able to come on last week. We had a lot of things happening, and we're able to come on this week. But now we had a lot of things happening, but it was technical difficulties. But we still made it happen, so to speak. Again, we're going to revisit that next week. Melissa, I'm going to go ahead and let you tell everybody what we've done, especially today. Today was
again. You may or may not have seen this on the other live. You may or may not have even seen the other live that we did. So today we made a couple of stops in Peoria. We went to Wink's Iron Lot. It is a gym in Peoria. It focuses mostly on weightlifting, bodybuilding. They do have some cardio.
I'm going to pause you real quick. So at Wink's Iron Lot, there are some guys in there that can lift some weight when you see bars that are like that. Just saying. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. When the bars came in new, they were like this, and now they're like this. Yeah. And great place. Joan, DJ, own it, run it, have done some amazing things. They give complimentary memberships to first responders, which is outstanding. And we really need to support our first responders, and they're stepping up and doing that. The first responders said, well, thank you, but what can we do to give back? As first responders do. And they have this program now called Peoria Real Steel, and it's to help kids with self-esteem and just help them with some life issues, things that they may have. So the weightlifting is something, of course, that is beneficial in that, but it also goes a lot deeper than that. They do some they didn't use this word, but I'm going to use it. They do counseling with the kids and just simple things like helping them with their homework. And just what they do is just outstanding. This program that they have, it's Peoria Real Steel. I know there's a website, but if you Google Peoria Real Steel, you'll find it. And also the gym is just a really cool atmosphere. It's not your stereotypical, to use another gym's word, lunkhead, the lunkhead gym. These people are really cool. I've been in there a couple times myself, and everybody's just there to help each other out. So we got to meet with them, got to meet with some police officers and firefighters that were there, and some people that were on the Peoria Real Steel board. Got to speak with some of them. And, everybody has the same concerns, I feel, across the state. Mm-hmm. We're all wanting freedom. We're all wanting to live, the life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Absolutely.
And not have that taken away. Yeah. So we did that. Have some time, spend some time with them, and then we get to take a tour of the 22 VA.
Yes, I think it's one of those 22
VA 22 or 222 VA. I apologize. And it is veterans doing art.
Yeah, a lot of very, very cool artwork.
Amazing things. Some was sculpture, some was painting, some was drawing, some was photography, some was carving ostrich eggs, yeah. Emu eggs, chicken eggs. They were carving. I believe tomorrow's the last day of the show. So if you get a chance, the downtown library, Peoria. Go check it out. Yeah, I'm sorry, Peoria. Yeah, I did say we were in Peoria, but yes, the Peoria downtown library.
And I want to pause you on that.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys know how I feel about these mandates. Well, I don't wear masks. I haven't worn a mask. I haven't been sick. I don't get a vaccine. But if you guys want to get a mask, wear a mask. If you don't. If you want a vaccine, get one. Don't. If you don't. So anyway, we go to the thing, and everything was fine. We went downstairs, and somebody came down and started kind of yelling at me, telling me to put a mask on. I said, no. And they said, well, you're going to have to leave. I said, well, I'm going to be here doing this, and then I'll leave, or something like that. Well, then she kind of got a little more angry and said, you got to put a mask on or you're going to leave. And I said, well, you're going to have to call the police to make me leave, because I'm not leaving. I did my thing and I left. Well, that's just, we have to stand up. We have got to stand up. Mandates are not laws, and nobody that doesn't have a badge on can't force you to leave, especially a public building if you're not breaking any laws.
It's a Peoria Public Library.
Yeah, Peoria Public Library. I wasn't breaking any laws. There was absolutely no laws. As a matter of fact, I did remove something that I have and didn't come in with it because they had a little sticker on the door that said you couldn't do it. So I followed all the laws. But apparently these mandates, they think are laws. They're not laws. So they tried to make me leave, and I said, no, you're going to have to call the police and have them forcefully make me leave. And, probably charge me with criminal trespass, by the way, which I wasn't criminally trespassing. I was there looking at an art exhibit for veterans and bringing to attention the 22 a day that take their lives because of what they've seen, been through, or have continued to go through in the struggle of life. So I wasn't going to leave. I wasn't going to let anybody make me leave or make me put something on my face to do something that I personally am. I'm a part of. No, it's a public building. So they could do what Mary Lori Lightfoot told President Trump to do. Anyway, go ahead.
And something that was also neat about that was when we were down there was a lady came down, and she had a mask on when she first walked in there. And as soon as she got in there, she kind of looked at all of us and took her mask off. And then she's like, did they harass you too? And like, yeah. She's like, but you're still here. And it's like, yeah, and so are you. So, and it's just that, I mean, no, not everybody has it in them to make that stand. And I understand that, and that's fine. There's a lot of us out there that will make that stand, and if y'all, the rest of you that can't, just pray for us as we make those stands for us, for you, for we the people. It's important to do that. So either make the stand yourself or pray for the rest of us that are doing it.
Yeah. I mean, that's the only way it's going to go away. It's never going to go away. Unfortunately, there are, 36 coronaviruses. They've been around for decades. and they're still here. They're not going to go away. Those haven't went away. They haven't figured out a way to fix them, except for some little things here or there that you could try to make a cold go away. I'm not saying that the coronavirus is just a cold. It's got some things. It's got a bite to it. I get that. And you should definitely speak with your healthcare provider, your doctor, and say, what's best choice? What's the best plan of action for me? And that's between you and your doctor. And, nobody should be forcing you to do anything. Nobody should force you to take anything. That's between you and your doctor. And that's what we have to. We have got to stand up, and we have to. We have to, because it's not going to go away. It's only going to get worse. As you've seen over the course of 2 years now, right about 2 years, I guess we're hitting that 2-year mark very soon. It's went from, 2 weeks to flatten the curve to now it's 2 years.
Show your papers.
And now you got to show papers. And then now we have, you guys know I back the blue 1,000%. But we had in New York some NYPD officers that went into restaurants in different areas and making people leave and arresting people because they didn't want to put a mask on or show their papers. Show their papers. Mm-hmm. As an officer, you take an oath, and to me, that's not taking an oath, or that's not taking your oath seriously when you are enforcing mandates. Those are not laws. You have to remember that when you are an officer, that you are to enforce laws, not mandates. This is plain and simple. And I've spoken with quite a few different officers, and they feel the exact same way, that those are just mandates. That's between the government and the people. That's not their job to enforce, and they won't enforce it. So again, even law enforcement, we have to stand up. We have to stand strong, because as we're finding out, the more you allow them to get, they're gonna take it. Meaning our government, they're not gonna stop. Especially now, when you're in a, we'll just say boxing match. Okay, not all of us have boxed. I have played at boxing, but I'm not a boxer. But if we've watched boxing, we see one boxer really getting in it, and the other one kind of just holding back, and just kind of wearing them down, right? But when they start they smell blood, is what they say, right? They start smelling blood, they start really attacking. Well, that's kind of what's happening now, I think, in our politics, especially in Illinois. They see a little weakness. They see, oh, well, they're just complying, so we're going to keep going. And that's what happens when somebody has got to have a crown on and their heads get this big. They need that power. They need that to feel like there's something special. And they shouldn't be running for offices if that's what they need, because it's a servant thing, not servant, but you're serving, and you're not there to get power and a pat on the back. You're there to just lead. You're listening to we the people, and you're leading. You're not trying to get any kind of attaboy or attagirl. This is not how it works. So again, we got to stand up. We cannot let people meaning our government, continue to start taking away our rights and our Constitution, our freedom. Can't let them do it. We have to stand up, because it's only going to get worse, and it's only going to get harder. The more of a grip that they get on us, and it really seems like they're wanting to take it away, the stronger grip they have, the harder it's going to be for us to get our freedoms back. Look at all the other countries that have tried, that have been taken over. You have Venezuela, you have many other countries, but that's a good example. They complied, and now look what happened. They have wheelbarrows of money it's worthless. A wheelbarrow of money will buy maybe a loaf of bread when you get it on your card that you can go to the store and get bread that day. It's horrible. We need smaller government. They need to stop controlling us. But that's my rant for the day.
Funny, talking about people coming from other countries. I was listening to the radio this morning, and there was a lady talking about, it was a call-in show, and maybe her family was from Cuba, somewhere, but she came over when she was about 8 years old, and I mean, she was so passionate. She was crying as she was telling the story about what they left and what their family went through, and what her father had to do to stand up to get her family to the U.S. for their freedoms.
Yep.
And and we hear this when we travel. We talked with a lot of people, people that have come here legally and may become citizens. Especially business owners from other countries. They're scared. They're like, we know what this is. Yeah. We can't have this. We can't have this. And like the lady was talking this morning, was she's like, I I saw what my father went through. She's like, and I can't watch other people go through that.
Yep.
And so it's the stand up, push back.
Yeah, we have to get out of our comfort zones, unfortunately. And, as conservatives, and, the normal thing for conservatives from what, we see is, we don't want to get in anybody else's business. That's not our business. We'll do our thing. You do your thing. And that's just the way it is. We're going to go do, job work, or same thing, job work, but, church, hunting, fishing. There, I fixed it for Melissa. But we just do our own thing, go to church and all that. But now we have got to stand up and make a stand, push back, and do it all lawfully.
Mm-hmm.
All lawfully. Don't go crazy, because you go crazy, that's exactly what I think. This is my theory. Now, Facebook, this is my theory. This is not truth. That I feel like the government wants us, they're pushing us to that edge. They kind of want us to do something not so legal. Why? Because then they can enact martial law. And if they enact martial law, guess what? They got the socialist system. That's it right there. Boom, dang, down. It's done. It's over. And then they can usher into communism quickly, like a fast pace. So we can't get too headstrong, but we have got to be strong, as in we the people united together. We're the United States. Let's remember where we live. We're free, and we have to fight for it. And again, don't fight for it illegally, but do it legally so you don't get put in jail. Things like that happen. We don't want that to happen. But run for office. Whatever office you want to ever think of, run for it. Because the more people that we get in that are just, hey, we're all people. We all need to get along. If we can get people, if we just load our political offices with those, I think, type of people, I think we'll be fair to each other. We'll understand, hey, let's just make this all work together in life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness for everybody. If you disagree with me, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. That's your right. I disagree with you. That's fine. That's my right. But we can't start smacking each other around with our rights, because as soon as you hit somebody with your rights, well, it's no longer your right. Now you're infringing on theirs. So again, another one of my rants. I have a lot of rants, and I could probably get on here and talk all day long about things that are irritating to me and things that I feel like that we should do, things that we have heard from our Illinois family, visiting with everybody. And it's just, there's a lot we could do and a lot we are going to do. I just don't know if that if I should stay on, Facebook don't like me now. Wait till we start bringing out more truths of what we are hearing from all over our state. And it does. I talk to people about it all the time. And we do bring up on these shows, we bring up a lot of the things that people are asking about and they're talking about. So we have signatures coming up. Signatures are coming up starting January 13th, and I need your signature if you are a registered voter, legal registered voter in Illinois, because we follow all the laws, and you haven't signed for another candidate in the same race, meaning the same office position. Is that the best way to put it? Then I need your signature. Because what that does is once we get 5,000 signatures, and they're going to challenge those signatures. That's just what happens. The other candidates that are running for the Republican governor nomination are going to challenge them. They're going to challenge them. So we have to make sure we get over 5,000. We have to have at least 5,000 good, strong signatures to get my name on the ballot. So that way I can go against the other challengers. So I guess that would be the best way to put it, to get the Republican gubernatorial nomination to run against Pritzker himself. And that's what it looks like. It looks like it's going to be just Pritzker. I don't think that I know of anybody else is running against him.
One.
Is there? So there will be a Democratic primary. Okay. So whoever wins out of that, I really honestly can't see Pritzker going very far unless there's some funny business. That's my opinion. Facebook, that's my opinion. That's not fact. I'm not saying that's fact. There. You got to make sure you're really clear with Facebook. Sometimes they don't hear so well. They don't care. They're like, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. But we don't work like that, do we? I don't. Do you guys? I don't work like that. You got to have fun. Come on now. Am I not just a normal guy? I'm just a normal guy. I told you guys I don't act like a politician. I'm not a politician. Even when I'm elected governor to help lead our state, I'm not a politician. I may play a politician when I have to, but I'm not a politician. Right here in my heart, always just we the people, nothing more. Because I don't want to. I think we need to bring politics back to what it's supposed to be, which is you serve. Period. It's not for your gain at all. Anything else that you need to bring up? That
I don't think so. I just wanted to talk about what we did today.
Yeah. So remember, signatures are coming January 13th,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll be. I know we have quite a few people that are ready to go and ready to get helping us on that, and that's going to be fun. We're going to definitely wear out a lot of shoes.
Yeah, and we do need help with getting signatures. So if you don't go to ChristopherJRoper.org, you can sign up as a volunteer, and we'll be in contact and get you everything you need. And even if you only want to reach out and grab 4 or 5 signatures, grab your household, grab your neighbors, just get some signatures to get him on the ballot, as that's what needs to happen. And everybody make sure that you are registered to vote.
Yes. And don't get discouraged by the past elections.
Mm-hmm.
Vote. Don't ever give up. We can't give up. We start giving up. Look, kind of what just happened over the past 2 years. We kind of gave up and just let things like whatever, it'll blow over. Well, no, it's not. They're just continuing to, it's like a snowball running down the hill. It's getting bigger and bigger. So same with our elections. As soon as we stop voting, they won. They just won. We just threw in the towel. So don't stop voting. We've got to vote, vote, vote. We will work on getting our election system fixed. There's a lot that needs to be done, but there's a lot of different channels that you got to go through. And you guys know, if you follow me at all, you know that I'm for paper ballots. Actually, let's back you up even more. I'm for, if I signed the certified letter to demand for a forensic audit here in Illinois. We need it badly. We need to get our books cleaned up, cleared up. We need to stop using machines. We need to actually get paper ballots, hand counting, layers and layers and layers of watchers that is watching the whole process, the counting, everything. You need to make sure that you have a voter ID. It's really easy to get a voter ID, unfortunately, here in Illinois. And I say unfortunately because this is why. Rauner signed that if you could be an illegal here in Illinois, and you can get a driver's license. And then now they just passed through all this other voting stuff where as long as you have a driver's license, you can get a voter ID. So essentially, like I always say, you could be from Mars, come into Illinois and vote. So we're going to work on that. We got to get that fixed. It's not a we need to or we should. It's a we are going to get that fixed. That is, we can't allow the most important thing as an American, as an Illinoisan, to just go poof and be gone and just be where you could, like voting on a social media page. That's not how our election systems need to work. That's full of holes, and it's never going to be. There's no integrity. We can't have that. No security. So remember to vote. Get registered to vote. Talk to everybody you know. Have them get registered to vote. Make sure everybody's registered to vote.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go in and vote our butts off, and vote as much. We can only vote once.
Yeah, only once.
We're
Republicans.
We're Republicans. We vote once, but let's see if we can get as many people out to vote as possible. We can just flood and do it in person. The only mail-in ballot that shouldn't be happening is the absentee ballot. And that's if you're not able to be in your home state for that election, or you're a soldier or a Marine, or in the military overseas, or a contracted by the military, or et cetera. You're just not able to vote in your home voting
for medical reasons or whatever.
Right.
Whatever it may be, but
yeah.
there are reasons that you cannot get to the polling.
Yeah, and that is not an unsolicited thing. You have to ask for
Yes.
that. That's something that you ask for, and it's a very secure type thing, and you get it mailed in, and it's good. But these drop-off boxes, like a red box video rental. What do we come to? We come to red box video rentals that we vote in now. I mean, this is crazy, guys. And you guys, I'm sure, understand and feel the same way. Got to do it. We need the security. And we need that feeling, knowing that our elections, they count. They mean something. And it's not something that we've seen in other countries where it's just a joke. And we can't have that. We already have a joke. We're leaving our country. Did I say it not loud enough? Let's go, Brandon. But anyway, let's just all get together and make some noise, get some voting going, get the signatures. Got to get those signatures. And again, if you guys want to help in any way, shape, or form, when it comes to the Roper campaign. Go to ChristopherJRoper.org, ChristopherJRoper.org, ChristopherJRoper.org. And in there you can volunteer, you can do a lot of things in there. It's really cool.
And while you're there, donate.
Yeah, absolutely. We definitely need help.
We need
help.
We're not trying to get the millions and millions of dollars. You don't need it. It's unnecessary for a campaign. However, we do need the little bit of funds
we have to
make
it
all happen.
Yeah. If you've been around, you've probably seen the postcards that we use and the literature that we put out, or the hats and the signs and things like that. It does cost a little bit of money, and the Biden gas is unreal. It's just crazy. it's crazy. Anyway, it costs money, and again, and if you follow me at all, you understand that I don't want it. It does not take millions of dollars to try to get somebody elected. It should never cost that. We can spend that money elsewhere, way better things. But I am a realist as well, and we've got to have money to put commercials out and little things here and there. But that's something we'll get into another. Maybe we'll do a Roper Live vote, I think, on campaign reform and election type reforms, because I'm definitely for reform in that area. We waste so much money trying to make one person look good. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I think we're going to go ahead and end on that.
I was going to say that quick live is now at over 26 minutes.
I love talking to our family. Our Illinois family is amazing. And I just wanted to make sure that everybody understood, we didn't mean for this. It was weird how everything just kind of didn't work right or whatever. But we wanted to make sure that we didn't cheat you guys of what's going on. I want you guys to know what's going on. And I don't want you guys to think that I don't want to talk to you, because I absolutely do. I love talking to everybody. So with that, God bless you guys, and visit the page, visit the website. And if you have time and the means, please donate and or volunteer. God bless you guys, and you have an amazing night, and we will talk to you very, very soon. Vote Roper 2022.